chapter 73, the chapter of the fearful, containing 20 verses written at Mecca. The Arabians have entitled this the chapter of the fearful when the angel Gabriel brought this chapter to Muhammad. I'm not sure you can translate the title of this chapter as such. He was afraid of the splendor of his light and covered himself with his garments, which gave occasion to the angel to call him and say, "O fearful," and not, "O prophet," as he was wont. And actually, that occurred in later chapters, but although thou wrapped up, and isn't the one, this is the one with the palindrome? Let me see, compare it to the next one. Yeah, I think this is one with the Arabica, if you read it backwards or forwards, you remember, you end up with the same. In the name of God, gracious and merciful, O thou fearful, arise by night, pray to God at midnight, until 2/3 parts of the middle of the night, and more. Read Al-Quran and meditate thereon, observe what it contains. Although it be tedious to thee, thou wilt best comprehend it after thy first sleep, because thou in the day hast affairs that divert thee. Remember that thou the name of God, and forsake the world to worship him. He is Lord of the West and East. There is no God but God. Take him for thy protector. Be not impatient with what the wicked say. Separate thyself from their society without fear. Leave me to punish them. Is there anyone that is able to defend them? Their punishment is deferred. But I have chains of iron, bread full of thorns, and great torments to inflict on them at the day when the earth shall tremble, and mountains shall be dissolved into dust. O ye people, we have sent to you a prophet, our apostle, to instruct you, as we did to Pharaoh. He was disobedient and obstinate, and we severely chastised him. How will ye secure yourselves from the torments of hell, if ye be in the number of the wicked? What will ye do at the day when infants shall be men, and heaven shall be opened? What God promiseth is infallible. These things are for the instruction of them that desire to follow the ways of salvation. Thy Lord knoweth that thou wilt arise about the 3rd part of the night, or at midnight, as likewise a part of those that are with thee. He reckoneth the hours and the minutes of night and day. He knoweth that thou canst not reckon them exactly. He pardoneth thee if thou riseth a little sooner or a little later. Read during this time what thou shalt be able to read of Al-Quran. God knoweth that there will be persons among you that will be sickly, others that will be in travail for their affairs, and some that will fight for the truth. These persons shall be excused. Read what ye shall be able of Al-Quran. Lift up your prayers to God, pay tithes, lend to God some benefit. Ye shall one day find the good that you shall have done, and a very good reward. Beg pardon of God, he is gracious and merciful. And so, voluntary prayer. Don't let it keep you from the obliged. Don't do it to the point where your mind's not there. But some stuff when you pick it up, it's tedious. I don't know. I don't know if that's the right term for it. But it makes a person's life better. But there's effort to do with some things at first, and it turns out making life easier. But you don't have to do all between your dusk prayer and your dawn prayer. You don't have to do half of it. You don't have to do but picking a portion, do something extra. It's worthwhile. I mean, work on your obligation. You don't just like Ramadan comes around and you're like, oh, I'm going to pray for 3 hours every night. It's like, yeah, you could. You could study your way through the Quran, or you could, pick a pace that you can practice whatever. But you want something that you can continually do.